Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the part 2 for the lecture 3, and here we are going to talk about how we can make 3D nucleus in the Blender software. So in the last lecture we talked about the basics of the nucleus. So in this lecture also I'm going to repeat the same process from the beginning, but quickly. The first person is going to be quickly and the second person will talk in more detail. So let's see how we can make delete this one and insert a new UV sphere and maybe increase the not UV sphere, we can do mesh, and let's do icosphere, and this goes 3 4 5 and then tilde key, front view, zoom little bit more and do modification, like go to modifier and add displace modifier, and in the displace modifier let's change the texture to, this time we'll change it to cloud, and Blender original to improve Berlin or Voronoi. You can change, like you can just check like what fits the best. So then I'm going to decrease the intensity so that it looks like more curved, and 0.3 looks good, right? Yeah, it looks good. So this is going to be our nucleus, and you see nucleus, and let's duplicate the nucleus, shift D and scale it little bigger, and we can do, this one is going to be nuclear membrane, and let's do some modification in this one, rendering. So for rendering we can change the screen express reflection and turn reflection on, and at the same time we can go on the bottom and we can look for shadow, high bit depth on. Okay, then now we can do some modification on texturing. So for texturing let's change this to shader editor, new, and let's go to render view. This is going to be our render view so that it will be easier to see everything. So roughness down to 0.1, somewhere around 0.1, and transmission to full transmission, and let's go to texture properties, and okay, screen express reflection on, and blend mode we can change from opaque to alpha clip or alpha clip. So transmission, then let's see IOR, we can increase the IOR to around 1, decrease it. Okay, this looks not bad, we can change it later on. So let's go to nucleus, and new nucleus, we can change the base color to somewhere like red color, and roughness we can decrease to 0.2. And now coming to the, like, it's not transparent, so let's see how we can make it more transparent. Okay, nice, 0.95 or 1, it makes it more transparent. Okay, looks nice. This is not bad. Yeah, this is that. I think in the last lecture we did somewhere up to here. So now what we can do is we can change the color of the cell membrane if we want. If not, we can, this is also fine. So this one is good. Okay, if we want to change anything we can just change whatever we want. And let's go to the background, let's go to old, and we can change it, and we can add noise texture, and then color ramp, filter, color ramp, so fact to fact, color to color, and okay, so we can change the color by and this is just for the background, and we can decrease the roughness, and we can increase the detail or decrease the detail, like whatever you want. So you can just see what fits the best. So color, we can change the color of the background whatever you want, so whatever fits the best. Okay, roughness, change the roughness, and detail. Change the color to maybe blue, and distortion. Okay. Okay. Let's change this one. I think we need to change the cell membrane color also. Not the word, it's going to be object. So what we can change here, let's see if we can change the IOR to, no, it doesn't look nice. Okay, I think we need to change the scaling there. So go back to materials and strength, let's increase the strength. Or I think we need to change shade smooth. Okay, looks nice. Okay. So other thing we should be working on is the camera and lighting. So if you want to add the camera, shift A, and you can add camera from right here. So the camera, so or we already have camera in the beginning, so you can just grab the camera, same thing like G for grab, and change the camera angle. Or what we can do is, whatever current view we have, for the current view we can do Control Option and numpad 0. So now we can see it's current view, and this is our camera current view. So if you go to view, sorry, you can do tilde and view camera 1, or tilde, you can see the bottom view. So view camera is the best option here. And the other thing you can do is the lighting. For lighting we can add lights, shift A, that's in the Mac. So now we can go to light, point light, sunlight, spotlight, and area light. Let's see how sunlight looks like. So sun, so we can change the angle, and let's G for grab, and change the area, change the strength, right? So what we can do is, we can go to light here and change the strength to 10,000. Let's see what it affects. Okay, you can see on the bottom there is a change in light, in sunlight. And other thing you can do is, you can scale it, make it bigger, or make it smaller, right? Sunlight. And other thing we can do is, maybe we can try how the other lighting looks like, maybe spotlight or area light. Let's grab the area light. So we have inserted the area light, and if you want to grab it and move it, we can move it by G. And if you want to move in certain direction, then you can do the same thing as we did before, grab, then after grab it's going to be XYZ to move accordingly. So let's do G and X we can move in X direction. Then let's do G and Y, we can move in Y direction. And after that, what we need to do, we need to rotate this one. It can do R and rotate in G direction, and we can do R and rotate in X direction, right? Now we can see here where this is facing, and we can do R, Y, move in Y direction, and we can G and go little back, right? Change the lighting, so grab and go a little bit farther, and we can change the power also, 10,000. Okay, now we can see, okay, there is a big effect of the lighting. So grab this one and move little further, so now we can see the effect of the light. You can play around the camera and the light, so it's not perfect because like it takes time to get the exact lighting. However, now this is our nucleus, and we can add chromosome and we can add other things in the nucleus, but this looks pretty good. And finally we have to do rendering. So if camera looks okay, so do tilde and go to view camera. If the view is okay, we can do rendering, or if view is not okay, we can just zoom out a little bit, and maybe we can fix the camera. Control Option and 0 in Mac. I think it looks much better. And now we can do rendering. So render image. So based on the quality, it looks not bad because the rendering time is less than 1 second. So what we can do is we can change how we render it. So that will go in rendering. EV is the lowest low quality in rendering. So if you use cycle, then maybe it looks much better in cycles. So I think we had to do cycle before so that we could see the exact lighting also. Now let's do this one. Okay, I think we have a lot of light here. Let's turn the light off. Okay, and it might look good. And we can, for rendering, we have the preference, and we can see what we're using for rendering. So this is Mac, so for Mac we are using Metal, and for Windows it's going to be NVIDIA different series of GPU. So I'm using both M1 Pro GPU 16 core and Apple M1 Pro CPU. So let's render this one. So this should be pretty fast because like we are using the highest quality in Mac, both the GPU and CPU. So let's go to render and render image. So it might take some time because, so let's pause it here and look after, maybe like it takes 1 or 2 minutes, then we'll see like how final image looks like. So this is the final rendered image in Blender in Mac. So it took a little longer than we expected. I expected it to be around 2 or 3 minutes, but it is like more than 4 minutes, around 5 minutes. So it depends on what type of rendering we do. So if we do in cycles, then it's going to be more realistic compared with EV rendering, and cycles takes longer. EV rendering is pretty much fast. So let's try EV rendering. So that was the cycle, and go to render image. It's pretty fast and it doesn't look more realistic. So that is the reason why I did cycles. So this is how you can make Nucleus in Blender. And at the same time, what we can do is we can go on adding the chromosomes, and we can add the other stuff like transcript and nuclear pore, and that is more detailed, and it takes a lot of time in doing that one, and maybe like half an hour to 45 minutes lecture. So this is it for this lecture, and hope you have learned how to make Nucleus in Blender and how to use lighting and how to use the camera. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in next chapter of this 3D biology in Blender. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye.